Alright guys, welcome back to Schmattz Outdoors. I'm hiding out in the garage right now because it's precipitating outside. So I didn't get done skinning till about 9 o'clock last night, and was putting everything away and just got kind of sat down in the chair, and it actually started lightning and thundering. So I don't know, what's the date today? So on the 9th of November, we had thunderstorms roll through. And it didn't thunder and lightning a lot, but quite a bit. And then we had a fair amount of rain overnight. We didn't have anything out to actually measure how much, but it looks like quite a bit. Luckily, we missed all the white stuff. It all went west of here. And I think we're kind of on the south edge of everything, and it's moving away from us. So it's kind of misty right now, but I'm hoping kind of as we get going on the line here, it's going to clear up a little bit. We did just take my side-by-side out across our land here, and I pulled all those beaver sets that I left yesterday where I had the double down in our pasture there. There was no sign of anything there, no fresh mud anywhere. All 3 traps were still set, so I'm pretty sure I got the pair of them out of there that were in there. So we pulled all that beaver gear, so that should be the last water traps of the season right there, because I don't plan on tackling any more beaver or anything like that probably this fall. You know, if somebody still has issues with them somewhere, it might be either the spring or they'll have to wait till next fall. Yeah, coyote sets, I don't know. Like I said, we're going to kind of play it by ear today. I might remake them, I might not. Just depends on, you know, how brave I get, how close I can get to them. You know, I think the fields are going to be slimy on top, but I think they're going to be somewhat dry and hard underneath because, I mean, we were bone dry. So if it would quit kind of misting and stuff, I actually feel like as the day would go on, it's going to keep drying up actually on top because the moisture is going to be soaking in because we were so dry. So other than that, like I said, it's going to be a tough go on the line. It's going to be kind of a slow go with the mud and everything today and the rain, you know, trying to see coyote sets. And, you know, I still got to drive across a few fields to check sets, and I got to drive down some sketchy roads to check them. So we're just going to have to probably play it by ear. I think I'm going to walk the 4-wheel drive in. I lock the hubs in before I leave, so just in case I need it. But otherwise, I think we're about ready to go here. I think I got the truck pretty much ready to go. We're going to check my coyote bag one last time here, and we'll be on our way. All right, guys, we ain't skunked for the day. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I drove part way out on this field and stopped. I don't know. It's going to be sketchy getting back out of here, so might be a lot of walking to get catches today instead of driving out to get anything. So, but we did make a catch here. These 2 sets are only 2 days, 2 checks old. This is the second check on them. And I got myself a catch here. So I did is I had a coyote set right over here, and I got a coyote set. I had a pipe dream set actually right here, and I got this little raccoon caught in there. He's kind of made a mess of it here, and he's definitely damp, but we're not resetting anything today. I'm gonna leave the trap here. I'm actually probably just gonna pile some of this leaves and shit on top of it to just cover it up, so in case a coyote or something comes by, it ain't just my trap sitting there. But we got this little raccoon. Like I said, we'll get him out of here, and hopefully we can get back out of this field and keep moving on here. All right, guys, so we're I don't know, actually a bunch of traps down. A lot of walking today. Sorry, you're probably getting rain on the thing. It's misty, rainy, crappy, windy out here. I've showed you this too. So I caught a couple of muskrats in the let me wipe you off here. That might be better. I had a couple muskrats in a little trail set on that side, but I left my mink box because I have a couple raccoons traps in this trees here, and I left my mink box right here, and bingo bango, today we got a little raccoon caught by the head in my mink box. So, well, he's muddy as can be, but we'll get him taken out of my mink trap here. So he's right here, laying in the water here. I'd rather actually, good thing I got him on today, because tomorrow this is going to be froze, I'm sure. So I'm going to probably remake this. Well, like I said, we'll get that trap off of him and we'll get on our way. So we got 2 little raccoons today on a day I didn't think we'd maybe catch nothing. So onward and upward. We've been, like I said, I've been doing a lot of walking to check sets. You know, if I can't see them, I got to get closer to them. With the mist, you can't binocular them very good. So it ain't ideal setup today, that's for sure, but we're gonna make do. Alrighty then, boys and girls. We're actually just a few sets down from where I had that raccoon caught in that mink box. I'm assuming you guys are gonna recognize this fence line here. Yesterday I had a coyote caught right over here, and I had a great big male caught in this one. And then I've been catching them down on the other end of this fence line down on that end. This is the 6th coyote I've caught back here this year. Landowner's gonna be really happy about that. Yesterday I had a big male caught here, so I'm a little surprised I caught a pup. This looks like just a small little guy today, so. But he's a tad on the muddy side. I hope you guys can see him. Yeah, there you go. There he is. He's just covered in mud. Looks kind of sad and cold, so we'll get him out of here. I'm not gonna remake the trap. I'm gonna just leave it set just like this for today. Again, it's supposed to freeze here in the next couple days, so I probably end up putting a brand new trap in here when I come back to remake this one. But we'll get this guy out of here and we're gonna get back in the warm truck. So on a night that it basically stormed all night and rained all night, I'm surprised we're making catches, but apparently there's animals around to be caught. So we'll get, like I said, we'll get him out of here quick. We're gonna get back in the truck where it's warm. All right, guys, we made it back to the house here. It is getting just blustery out here. It's still misty. It never really rained today. It's just kind of a misty, foggy, just plain crappy, cut right through you day. But we did make a few catches, which really surprised me because, you know, at like 9 o'clock last night, it was thundering and lightning here, and I think it rained on and off all night. So the fact we made any catches really surprises me, but apparently things moved a little bit last night. So this one here is the raccoon that was caught in the coyote set. He actually kind of had himself a nice pile of leaves and stuff, so I don't think he's actually even really muddy at all. Like, I mean, he's just wet. He's not really muddy at all. And then we got this little raccoon here we had caught in my mink box. He is just a mud ball, though. He was laying partly in the slough and stuff, so he's all muddy. We're gonna have to rinse him off. And then we got just a little coyote here today, caught in the same set I had a big male in yesterday. Got just a pup today. He's fairly small. I mean, you could kind of tell these are small raccoons, and he's not that much bigger than him. So like I said, a pretty successful day on the line for a day that I thought could easily be a day of 0 catches. So I don't know. But the next few days, like I said, it's going to be iffy how many sets are even still working. It's going to be, I was just showing Dad on the side of the truck, I got a little bit of ice stuck to the side of my truck from the like freezing rain. So, and I think it's just going to keep getting colder as the day goes on here, and stuff's going to start freezing up. So, you know, all my coyote sets may or may not be frozen tonight, you know, depending on how quickly it freezes and if the animals happen to move. But I think it's supposed to stay windy, stay cold, you know, or get cold anyway. So like I said, I can't imagine catching too much the next few checks here. It's going to take a little bit. I'm probably going to have to dig up my coyote sets and, you know, re-sift dirt over the top of them to try and get them back working, which as much rain as we got, it actually, some of the sloughs that have been completely dry actually had water setting in them today. So we must have got a fair amount of rain. So finding dry dirt to sift might be kind of a chore in itself, but we'll have to do the best we can to get this line up and working again. Like I said, probably not tomorrow, probably Saturday and Sunday will be the days to spend the time. Hopefully the ground will freeze up some by then. We drove out on that field partway out there, and I don't know, it wasn't super iffy getting back out of there, but it was iffy enough that we didn't want to drive out on any more, that's for sure. That not worked fields. We drove on a couple of fields that weren't worked, and they weren't too bad to drive on, but other than that, like I said, it's going to be kind of cruddy, I think, again tomorrow out on the line, but, you know, we'll do the best we can. Hopefully we got something to show you. Otherwise, I think that's everything for today. We did pull the coyote set that we had the coyote in. We did pull that one. The one with the raccoon, I just kind of covered it up with leaves. That one trap wasn't muddy at all, but the one that the coyote was caught in was just a mud ball. And I think overnight it's just going to freeze into a rock solid ball anyway, so I'd end up pulling it tomorrow. So I'd rather pull the trap and not have it sitting there in case another coyote comes by tonight. So, and then we picked up the 3 beaver sets in our pasture here. Nothing had been messed with down in there, so pretty sure I got the 2 beaver that were in there, and glad to get them out of there. So yeah, like I said, a little bit of skinning work tonight. I'm going to do some fleshing some of the animals I caught yesterday. We're going to try and probably flesh some of those today and get them put on boards. Stand in the basement where it's warm, but it's going to take me a little bit to get these guys skinned up and probably washed, and we'll be in where it's warm the rest of the evening. So again, I appreciate you guys for watching, following along. We'll see you guys out on the line tomorrow. So I just wanted to point one more thing out for you guys from last night. So skinned those 3 beavers, and one of them had huge casters in them and the other 2 had nothing. Give you a quick look here. So this was the male that I caught out of our pasture. This was the let's see, this set was the female out of there, so it has, you know, so casters. And then the one that I caught out of that beaver house had almost nothing. And then these 2 are the other ones from the ones that I caught out of that beaver house, and they're almost nothing too, just shells. So we threw this guy on a scale. I mean, obviously it's only been drying for a day or so, or well, a day now. This guy here weighed 4.6 ounces. You know, it's a big set of casters out of, it wasn't even really, it was the smallest of the 3 beaver, but we weighed up what I had. I had 13 ounces of caster from this year alone out of the 8 beaver I caught. So, and then adding in what I caught last spring, I had 1 pound and 5 ounces of caster. So out of 11 beaver, I got 1 pound and 5 ounces. Again, I'm going to lose just a little bit. Those sets over there are probably almost dry enough. I can, you know, I'll throw them in the freezer now. And these here ain't going to take too long. This one I'll probably leave a couple days, but you know, so I'll maybe lose a little bit of weight, you know, just for drying or whatever. But yeah, so 1 pound and 5 ounces worth of caster out of 11 beaver from last spring and this fall, and just 13 ounces from, you know, the ones this fall out of 8 beaver. That's pretty good for around my area.